Hey people, so it's like nearly 9 o'clock. I'm gonna do my workout today, which is kind of a hybrid cable workout. I call it a hybrid cable workout. But today, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. It's gonna be hopefully it's gonna be chill. But Amani's going down, which I've not been into the city centre in like since lockdown. So since lockdown happened, which was in March, and it's now currently July, the end of July, near to August. But basically, it's gonna be too bad because I just need to do a drop off. It's literally just going to the place, well, going into the place, dropping something off, and fucking running out. Well, not running out, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't need to spend like loads of time in there unless it's busy. But I don't think it's gonna be busy. But I might go today, or I might go tomorrow. I don't know yet, but I might just go today just to get it over and done with. Then leave it tomorrow, or go tomorrow morning. I don't know. I don't know, people. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but the main plan is probably to go today. It kind of depends if I'm in the mood and shit like that, because it looks fucking hot outside, and obviously I'm going to be walking because fuck with the boss. Like, don't get me wrong, I've walked in this weather before. Like, I've walked in this weather before, but it's kind of like, yeah. So, hopefully it's not too hot or shit like that, but I'd rather not walk in hot weather because it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare, but I can just bring a bottle of water. Bear in mind, I broke my last bottle of water at my last workplace, so I'll have to bring like a shaker bottle. Like this one, just take the shaker out and just fill it with water. But yeah, we wanted an update of the ceiling. This is the ceiling. It kind of caved. It kind of caved in. So if you watch, I think it's my previous vlog, but one of my vlogs, the roof started to leak and everything like that. And my dad tried to fix it but made it worse. But basically the main thing is we're gonna need a new roof. But yeah, so this massive chunk kind of just like fell, so we're gonna need a new roof. I'm not sure if you can see that. I think you can, but there's like this random, I don't know what the fuck that mark is. Like, you see it's like raised. I don't know what it is or how I fucking did it, but it's telling you guys, it fucking itches so fucking bad. Like, anytime like I have like sort of like clothing on and shit and it's rubbing on it, it just fucking itches. Like, I noticed it's itching and I thought maybe it's my tattoo flaring up. I don't know, which it wouldn't have any, which I didn't think it would be anyway, just because it's not got no red in it. Because I had trouble with the one on my foot because it's got red in it. I mean, it's all settled down, but joint healing was a nightmare. But anyway, I thought it was my tattoo flaring up because it felt like near my tattoo, but it wasn't. So what the fuck is it? So I had a look in the mirror. I thought, what the fuck, and how did I do that? Like, I don't know if I got bitten or it was nettles. I don't know, running past nettles. But I thought when I did that on Thursday, I wasn't wearing a crop top. You know what I mean? So it couldn't have ripped that. So I don't fucking know what it is, but it's so fucking itchy. Like, it looks like it's a fucking keloid scar. Like, like it's gonna heal into a keloid scar, but I don't fucking know how it happened, where it came from. Like, all I know is fucking itchy. Like, and I'm just like, what the fuck did this just come from? Like, it's fucking itching and irritating, and like now, it's not like itchy just because I'm wearing like a loose top and stuff, but anything where it's like tight and it's like rubbing, it just irritates it, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't even know where the hell this came from. Like, I have no idea where the fuck it came from, but all I know is that it's fucking irritating me. done. Now, literally, I thought I'd show you like my revision for my interview on Thursday. Well, I call it revision. It's a lot. I really want this job. I've not done anything like this before since I applied for a call centre, which was like years and years ago. I think I was like 16, 17. In the end, I didn't get it, but for the telephone interview, I had fucking loads. But this one, I'm gonna have to recite it because it is a video chat on Zoom. Well, I don't know how they're gonna do it because it's like, well, they call it a virtual assessment, and usually what they have is it. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna go. So I've just kind of wrote down everything. So like wrote down a bit about the company, which I need to memorize. Like the horse betting and stuff because I know nothing about horse betting, so I've got to remember that because that's one of the main words that's out of them. Out of it, out of betting shop, it's usually horses. They make up quite a bit. I know I've heard people say like sometimes they try and persuade people to use the slot machines because obviously that's more money, but they get more custom from the horse racing, if that makes any sense. And then I've wrote down like basically like matched up what they expect, like the job, job specifications with stuff I've done in the past, and I've wrote that down. And I've also thought, just in case they asked me, because with a betting shop you have to like look out for obviously people who are like who may have a betting issue and stuff like that, because obviously you've got to sort of have a duty of care as well at the same time as making money. And just in case they ask me like, how would I spot this, I put some stuff down as well. Also went through probability because that was the one just in case they asked me, because that is one of those things where I'm a bit iffy on. I remember at school not really knowing it, but I picked it up pretty quickly. I picked it up in an hour. I was like, but I made this dream before when I was at school. The problem is when you're stuck in a low grade maths class, they only teach you low grade, so how are you supposed to progress? And that's the thing that pissed me off, because I remember I used to do all like I got a book like so from A stars to C, like of stuff to like revise and stuff, even though just in because usually even with low like GCSEs, when you can't get A stars in them, you can always there's always one hard question in it, and it came up and I remember I revised for that, but obviously they didn't tell you what questions you got right and wrong, which is annoying. I wish they did. But it's like my English exam, I reckon the only reason I got a C in English literature was because I basically this is why I didn't like my school very much. So basically they put all the people that expect to get A's, A stars on a pedestal, because obviously they just care about numbers. So they were getting extra help, where the people who weren't expecting to get that weren't getting extra help, which really it should have been the other way around. But I remember one time after school, I went with my friend, and because I wanted to stay in the class as her, I didn't tell them. So I was in the class for people who were like high achievers and shit, and I was like, I'm still staying there. Nika, stop. I'm still staying there. So I was like revising everything like that and all sorts. And I think that's the only reason why I got a C, because even though a lot of the stuff aren't expected, if the highest grade you can get in that exam I think it was a C, how they did it. I think so, yeah. If you add all the stuff from high grade, it can balance it out and give you a C. Either way, I got a C, and I think that's the only reason why I got a C in literature. And then in language, I got a D. I know why I only got a D in that. Basically, I'm not a talkative person, and I remember in speaking and listening, she asked me, overall I got a D. She took me to the side. I can retake it if I want to, because basically it was a big chunk that made up to your final results, and I was like, forget it, I'll just stick with it. I think that's why overall I got a D in English language. But yeah, so anyway, that's a long story. So I managed to pick up probability. That's just in case he asked me. I know they might ask me maths questions, like I've looked it up and stuff, and they might, but this is a bit different because it's not in person, it's over Zoom. So I don't know, because apparently they how they usually do it is that you go to assessment centre and they give you like a list of questions to answer, like maths questions, and you got a certain amount to answer them. So I don't know how this is going to work. They might not, they might not, I have no idea. But that's basically what I've got fall down. But yeah, I actually really want this job. You can tell, but yeah, it's very rare I revive this much for a job, but it seems exciting working in a betting job. So I'm like, I want this job. I actually really want this job. So yeah. So for my lunch, I am having a chicken wrap. So it's just after 1:30, so I'm actually gonna head out. I decided to go today because today will turn out tomorrow, and then tomorrow will be the next thing, the next thing, the next day. So yeah, so I'm just gonna head out now. I'm literally so tired. Like left the house at like 1:45, and now it's coming up to 3:45. But I'm like not used to walking this long. It's literally taking like 2 hours, but like no, so. I brought one of all of me as well, but I just realised how fucking useless I would be because I literally, it's just effort, to take all this off and shit, so kind of bought a bottle of water for nothing. I'm just going to warn you, I'm going to shave my feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look how fucking veiny they are. Like, anytime I, like, walk for a long period of time, this foot's not too bad. It's this fucking foot. One of them or both of them will get really effing veiny and it makes me want to vomit because I hate feet as it is. And when I hate veins popping. I know. I build muscle and I hate veins popping. It just makes me want to, it just makes me feel sick a little bit. Like, you're not supposed to see sort of stuff like that. I don't know. It makes me cringe a little bit. Everything's like proper changed. Like my mum's been in town since lockdown actually recently, since my auntie and stuff. And they bought, I don't know about like doing like a full shopping there. Well, not a full shop, but like you know what I mean, like a normal like going out shopping sort of thing. Just because I've heard like people just don't give a shit. In some places, in some shops and stuff. First off, it wasn't actually quite busy inside into. It was more busy like outside, like because you have shops outside as well. You get what I mean? Like you've got a shopping. If you're from Derby, you know what I mean. You got the shopping centre, you've got shops outside. It was more busier outside than it was inside. But anyway, what really annoyed me. So inside the shopping centre now, it's kind of like it's meant to be like a one-way system. It is a little bit confusing, but so you've got one way to go in and one way to go out, basically that sort of thing. What really annoyed me as I didn't actually need to get in a shopping centre. As basically CEX, you can get inside of it either through into or through outside. But I was gonna go straight to the one outside, but I thought they would have closed the doors, so you had to go in the inside. So I went inside went all the way around, and the freaking doors were shut and they were open on the outside. So that was annoying. I should have just gone with my gut and went for the outside door, because I wasn't sure how like it was gonna work and stuff. Like, could you go through any door? But all the doors to get into were open, so I didn't get the whole one-way system sort of thing. You know what I mean? It didn't really make any sense if you get in all the different ways. So I didn't want to go that way, and the doors to get into it from the outside were closed. Because then I thought I'd have to go all the way around. But the doors literally right next to go into, but they were open as well. So it's kind of a bit weird, to be honest with you. So I just had added stress for nothing. I could have just stayed outside and just, you know what I mean? That was just like, God, that was kind of annoying. But yeah, there was a few shops that were open. There was a few that it closed down. I was only on the ground floor, but I didn't want to. I just wanted to get this done and then out and then go home. So yeah, it's like currently 4:00. So as I said, I left the house at like 1:45. I got into town at around 3. Didn't have to wait too long. The whole drop-off system was a bit shit though, because it wasn't like the website made it out that there was like going to be another till where you can just like another queue, but there wasn't. So I was still waiting around. It wasn't too bad because there was only like not 2 people, but like a group of people and another like person. So I didn't have to wait too long, but like I guess it's instead of sort of like, because usually what happens is if you want to sell like an electrical item, they'll obviously test it and stuff, and it'll take like an hour or whatever depending on what it is, and you'd have to walk around and stuff and wait and then come back in. I suppose that instead of doing that, they did this instead, but it's just it's a bit, whatever. I thought I could literally just drop off and go, but it weren't really busy in there anyway. As I said, Into was not that busy at all. As I said, it was just outside that was a bit busy, but I guess because there's a lot of businesses near the city centre anyway, so it kind of makes sense as to why, like, outside, like, town and everything, it was kind of busy, but, you know, there's also idiots though with their masks literally down, like, you know, because basically in the UK you have to wear a mask, right? The proper, like, so first off, there was a rule where you needed to wear a mask on the bus, so you had people either chucking them anywhere or they were kind of putting them under the chin, which is stupid, especially if you're wearing like a top where it's like covering the top, because this bit here, if I could just like obviously wash that area if I wanted to, but you shouldn't do that anyway, because it's, you know, it's cross contamination, like it you know what I mean? What is the point of wearing it? But now you have to wear them in the shops starting from Friday. Friday or Thursday. I think it's from Thursday. You have to wear a mask in the shops. So it's like, yes, we're going to get more idiots now. And it's just going to make the situation worse, because if you know, like, if you don't know how to use one, don't wear them at all, kind of thing, because you're more likely to just catch it with wearing one instead of like without wearing one. And one thing, don't fucking wear one when you go to the pub. Like, don't, because again, you're just gonna spread it all over the place. You're better off just not wearing it at all. You know what I mean? Like, but obviously, apparently, people are fucking stupid. Not to mention as well, a little tip: if you don't want to touch the traffic lights, literally just bring a roll of toilet paper and just break it up when you get to the traffic lights. Do that. I know technically it's going to be a waste because, like, either littering, because they do drop it on the floor after, but I really don't want to be touching unless another thing you could do is have like a little bag with you and just stick it in there if you're a bit more environmentally conscious. But yeah, I just drop it on the floor. But that is a tip though, if you don't want to touch the traffic lights, because sometimes you have to, like when it's a busy road, sometimes you do have to like press the traffic lights, or you'd be standing there for like ages. So I thought I'd show you what I've been watching on Amazon Prime. I've been watching these two series. So first off, Ink Master. I just got into that. That's just like madness. I think I'm on season 5. I think this is season 5. Yeah, I'm on season 5. Oh my god, the last season. I thought it was so unfair. Like, if you've seen it before, you know I'm on about that. I don't remember his name, but literally, like, that would be me. Like, when you just piss somebody off to the point, like, it wasn't fair. Like, he shouldn't have been like kicked off. Like, he was pissing him off on purpose, and it was just like, mate, you could piss someone to the point where they just explode. Anyway, I've been watching that, and I've been also watching Anger Management. I remember seeing season 1 on ITV. I don't really watch TV, so I remember seeing season 1, and then I didn't see all the rest of the seasons. So I thought, you know what, I'll watch them on Prime. It's not like bad or anything. It's just I'm really bad at watching TV. But this is on. This is season. I'm on season 4. But yeah, if you're wondering, remember the 2 programs that I've been watching on Amazon Prime. Yeah, they're not originals, but whatever. I wanted to see them, so I watch them. There is one original that I'm not sure whether to watch or not. It's called Upload, I think. I think that's what it's called. That one looks interesting, but I don't know. I'm just enjoying these 2 at the minute. I should probably edit some videos, but I really fucking can't be arsed. So, in this vlog, again, I think I mentioned this before in the last vlog, anytime I do like an exercise, like part of it, or I show you my workout, I like to do that separately, because just in case I want to upload it onto Instagram and stuff, and it's easier to get that out of the way, because that's the most tedious thing to edit in my life, because not only adding clips together, you have to add words to it, and it's just, ugh. So yeah, but I really I fucking can't be asked. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I really cannot be asked. I'm gonna end this vlog here. I've got a bath run in, I'm gonna have a long sleep, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed because I am shattered.